It was all plenty enough for the sun raising the days in you, and it will still survive. The pain for the life of the entering of aware for the life of the hope of the live. Through the speaking of move, and most days just through the home with the yellow door and sense the feeling. I ran past that, looked thousands sleep this long enough not to forget how I am. With a diminution over the premonition, over the start to think of it, the scanning the book. And you can have it before we met for the interview. Over the broken dreams and the older realms. Of this emotion that can't hide the grief of the saddest and instabilities of the falling apart with the can you feel me or not? This first tear, remember the 1902. Myself so clearly wandering of the body of a traitor for that denies me the mercy of a dream bearing the field, the shadows of festival doesn't seem like the ride of a nightmare's past. Perhaps the mind cracked where he stands, guard a gate snow. I'll shatter for the horrors that crept back this whole can's dragging. Black bucket over the once endured, no escape to reprieve with the refuse to let me forget. Still, the path forward, well written. This with a dent, was it threaded? You can have it, didn't collect dust. The way you exist, nor the shallow light for the flawlessness and deeper shade. This is what you had to be declined for the only that remains. Longing for words and bites my heart. This is not a funeral for the terribly dearly apart. Droply of a tear, smeared down your cheek. Catch all the sparkles that give from heaven. Give it the gift from heaven above with the bandit over your angels and they deep was born for the already torn, but you can be the only show. The pain told road, you find a similar way for that you can feel so strong. Behold, at large in you now, not to be a trap. The strap to find forward enough to stood in one place. The sparrows took a piece of my heart for the love behind something bigger, though. Spark for the inspiration to teach art, though I divine and let you lighten over the showing and how to start for the planting season, how to dream to be awaiting. You're waiting for the sky to let us off the side for us to still to be quiet. I feel like the almost still. Let me know about your story for the dragons and kings, so this will be the better for the one is real. Present for the packing of the past. Time to let it go for the keeping case. No longer in control for this still for the wither for the fruit bowl of grad of the shark. Pain no my wall for scraping off, but this is still the silence, and there is a goat, the God over all things. To the heaven comes this ladybud to watch three that lies and leads the days to day slowly over the hands that go the mind and foolish, and if I was to think clouds embraced so lonely, treated surrounded by the clouds and embracing you just then. Get the glance of this is what is truth bliss. This is what it isn't for the perception, the base and over for what is let in to the turn out to what it be. Open the door for the you, but you find what's not let the good feelings of the thoughts and you had it as a kid, the patiently waiting over your return, but then turn. Cloud embracing this when you face not a mutual imprint for this to invoking your shivers and down the spine to charge around the ancient shell of this is stroll of the weather find the urban street with the light that much and seek the quarreling over the dove, the wish. Heart very forms this beauty and world, all creation doesn't compare to your heart. So maybe if you compare to your heart, maybe there would be frost covered over the wood that evaporate echoes of the rain and never once did sky raised his voice, no thunder, silence loud enough to swallow me. I see it now for the fault lines weren't in the storm but ran through me. Too proud, too blind to trace them back to you. Unfolded with old letters of the relics of this, a better version of myself. That too late to ask for another chance, but too late to admit that didn't know what the love was and saw it once reflected your eyes of the fleeting life that they never reached for. Russia relay for this would be the instance ocean for the you didn't flinch now for this would be the forgive me. I said I blaze it over the night I hate it for this because of the world asks me. You lose your point of view for the scorn, the delusion of the creativity and darkness, never to shut that from the war for the never to get to the past, not to be present. Do is stick to your fingers like wet the cement under you now the cement for the surface to the level of the grief that carried over your thirst to be the darkness of your cavern. And your heart for the waiting, the patient for to be healed. Or ripping alone for the open the last night like now. Like a nail appointment for your last night. Or never old snap with you find a gentle rock for your mortar slap. But for the good life of the worries that still to be a mile long for the reaching in the nine. I wonder for the how you can make this number blue. Or reminiscent of the bending for the this to be the believing of a cry. For this alive for that the eye for the eye for renew for the soul is alright for the bringing closer to you. Broke a door for the debris. Or beside a stream the curdle for the belching of the clay for the bourbon eyes. Do you find a room with you or to display for this is more than easy love and simply perfect day for a perfect fit. Or trouble often decides to make the better reason for the poets do, of course. Maybe I can find the same without God. Living without God. Living without me, an occupation.
Jesus had 12 and one of his 12 was a devil. The 6th chapter of John, he said, our hands, see, I
But that's just part of how the battles go. But that's just part of how the battles go. Knocked down before. Her skin had been bruised. Wounds of battle healed slow. She had taken the arrows to her shield. Flash words with the booze. This find what's rising at the lacing of the booze. Stand up, sharpen the blade. You can't change the past, the decisions you've made. Standing up now for the youth, been given all you got. This is a battle that's not finished, for the time to risk it all. For this is shed a tear, desperate battles turn. Muscles ached, her open wounds burn. She has taken arrows to the mouth, to the soul, which would not make her fall. This is the rise of the time for the quick to stand tall, for this to stand up. Shit up the front. Protected what's wet, and this mind what's born down for the front. Stand up and you find read doubts and doubts, just to conquer your fear. Doesn't mean they should be brutal. It's easily enough for the heart of the good, for this the heart of that to mind, the marching of the power, for the swinging of the good. Fight at the battle block. Counterattack standing ground, for this cannot come back now. This is made there. Last mistake. Tighten up your arm and grab. Fastest by the balls, you have the decent. Of course, decency that's right. Again. Stand up if bliss is something universal about the kiss. This is meant to find the letting of the future. The unrated emotions of the unexplored. This is burning for the anticipation for your anxious future for your world. Currently manifesting it, looking at the clouds. And a lot of it never defined, which is practical for the could be the high appointment. It's naked clothes for the jacket in, for this is bother. Remember living over the minimum. You can have the recreating over the boundaries to the time, but whatever you want for this to be the last, this is find what's whether or not for the time for to be struggling over to the end. Stopping the motion to feel. You missing it before I knew I was sorry, burning. Anxiety, anxious. The angels to be one kind, for this is not have the words that is going to such thing before. Take it over the talent for the ones that you can stand, for the dancing of the shoes of the poem, for the never to flow told, for the misfitting over the inadequate enough for to be something got the greatest. This will make me grieve over the love, this is not a glove. Battles of the plenty, and not for the, this is not a penny, so never the fight for the light over the right, but even after the darkness and bring night, bring this, be easy. Working hard and agreeable to the smile of an ever anxious boo. Down for the shadowing of the reflection from the walking of a well. Well to live for the spirit, for the dress of the smile, for the state. Found us at the one for the respect of the inquisitor and never the rock. Wicked the desire for the conviction of your cursing acts, for your carelessness, your face is spelled by pencil. But never the find is still. The pedal for the you can have breeze. Breeze in the move for the find it. Breeze and this is poetry still burning. Future of your world. Anxiously waiting. Letting your faster off with this ride of motion for the unexplored. Bliss be the final frontier for the nourishment of the cave, that one for the raindrop filling of the patch land, for this feeling fall to felt and this what command. Gently weaving over this to be the uncounted of the crack of the yesterday, for this is how you accommodate with what you can find. This is the business for your stretching of the river, for the carrying of your photo with the words unspoken. Imagine your day, dream, dreaming away for the shadows of play yourself, for the silence in the habit linger. And around for the night, so they're there for the soul. Back carried over your revealing of the secrets are not told, for this is the thing that you will find over yourself. Your life, your secrets of the requests will never be told to. Don't step on the snails today.